Who knows? It's going to attract us all.
Well, hello vlog. I've cried. My mom's in the store. She's probably just about to get out, so I don't have much time to talk. I'll just talk when I get home for the most part, but basically my mom's making me quit my job. And I wish I could talk to somebody. But no one's available to talk. So I'm here talking to the camera. I'm not gonna cry. It's just, there's so many things to say. And I'm feeling so many emotions right now. And hold on, I got a text. Okay, so I wanted to properly come on here. I'm gonna turn the fan off. Okay, so I wanted to properly come on here. If it looks like I've been crying, I have. There's a lot to unpack here. Why my mom is making me quit my job. You know, I've never cried about having to quit a job before. I've always been excited about quitting. I've always been kind of like, just like, I'm glad, screw this job, you know, because I've worked crappy jobs before in my past. And I've been documenting this whole journey, as you guys know, with me, all the way from just the idea of me needing to get another job to the application, the interview, for day 1, day 2, just the whole process I've been documenting. And I'm glad that I did that, because maybe deep down inside I knew that this wasn't gonna last long. Now I'm still waiting on a text from my managers. I don't know if they're busy. I don't know if they're talking amongst themselves. I'm actually kind of scared to see what they're gonna say. But at the end of the day, like, you know, what are they gonna say that I don't, that's gonna really change anything? It's really just gonna be like, oh, you know, well, sorry to hear that, you know, and good luck to you, kind of thing, you know, like. So basically the story is, you guys kind of know, just the backstory is the fact that I kind of started this job and I kind of didn't know what this job entailed when I was going through the interview process. It kind of was pretty vague. Like, I kind of mentioned that they were a little bit vague about what the job really was, what we were doing. Like, yeah, they kind of went over what we do, but it isn't, I've always experienced this. It isn't until you really start working a job. Sorry, it isn't until you really start actually working a job where you actually see what the job is going to be like, you know, like, and of course in the interview process, they're really going to say the best parts of the job. They're not going to say the good, the bad, the ugly. What was that? Okay. So I'm sitting here with my dog. I'm so glad that my dog is here. She's just making me feel so much better, because I need somebody. I'm just really, really upset and hurt and just sad. And I'm sad at myself. So with me explaining this, I'm sad at myself. I'm mad at myself. I'm frustrated with myself for thinking that this was going to work out when I probably knew deep down inside it wasn't, because this is just a lot to ask for everybody. And so today, you know, I went to work, and actually, should I give you the backstory, or should I just tell you what happened today? I mean, today I went to work like normal, and we were closing. We had a perfectly fine day, and I feel like everything would have been okay if the day didn't end up being the way it ended up being. But I do think that eventually this day was gonna come. Unfortunately, I knew that at some point there was going to be some type of conflict, and I am mad at myself for falling in love with this job. To be honest with you, I'm mad at myself for falling in love with this job when in reality I should have known at some point it wasn't going to work out, either sooner or later. Maybe day one they would have just been like nah, or just somewhere along the lines with me not having a car, this job wasn't going to work out, right? So today, the day started out really well. They had this competition actually that was just like, they had teams of people that was going face to face. And so me and this other girl were partners because I'm a trainer and I'm training. So I don't know anything. So we were partnered together and we were against this guy. And then they were just like, whoever gets to $300 in sales first gets to leave home early. So we had got to that rather quickly. We got to that like, I don't know, like before 1 o'clock, I believe, like really quickly. And I was hoping that we could go home at that time. I was like, oh, bet, like, let's go home. But then the girl was just like, no, I want to continue making money. And it was me and 2 other girls, right? She was like, no, I want to continue making money. And so I'm kind of like, okay, that's fine. That's fine. And once again, the day was a pretty great day. If anything, if the day didn't end the way it ended, I would have had a funny story to tell you guys. And I think I'm going to just add the funny story in. We were in the car and we were at the gas station and the window was open and there was bees in the trash can, and we thought a bee flew in the car. And so we were just like, oh my God, like we were just screaming at the top of our lungs. We all got out the car and we screamed. I'm sure everybody was looking at us like, and then I opened the girl's like passenger door to her car, and the door fell off. Like the inside of the door just completely fell. Me laughing is a good thing. So yeah, now thinking about that situation, so the entire door just fell off, like the inside part of the door. And then I realized, oh, it was just a fly. So you had to be there because the laugh that we laughed was crazy, because like we were just like, wow, like all of this just happened, and then like it was a fly, it wasn't even a bee. So that was the highlight of my day. I mean, we were just bawling laughing. I mean, it was just like crazy. So anyway, getting to the sad part, or even the frustrating part. So then we were driving, we were going around, and we had this customer who just that we hadn't talked to yet. So we were like, let's talk to him. Well, they were like, because I was just sitting in the back, just riding, I don't know. So like, let's talk to this customer. Let's stop here. And we stayed there for 3 hours, 3+ hours probably, to close him. Because he was back and forth. At first, he was just like, nah, like I'm good. Like, you know, just send me your information. I'll look through it, and then like I'll let you know if I'm interested or something, you know. But somehow they were able to close him because they just kept, it was just a huge back and forth kind of thing. So they ended up closing him, but it took a very, very long time to close him. Usually, I think from what I've seen, usually it really doesn't take that long, but I guess it can take longer sometimes for some people. Maybe it was rare for that to happen. Maybe, I don't know. But that happened today, and that was the trigger that unraveled everything because I ended up being late. That was our last customer. If we would, like, we had got there like an hour before getting off of work. So I was like, okay, boom. Either he gonna say he ain't interested and we just gonna leave and then we gonna go back to work, or we just, I don't know, you know, we'll finish this up in a timely manner. But it just, time kept ticking. So I really get off around 5:30, but 6 o'clock is like the latest, or the time when the office shuts down. I don't know. I know I got off at 5:30 yesterday. Boom. So 5:30 rolls around. Usually we start making our way back at 5 o'clock. So I'm like, okay, you know, it's 5 o'clock. It's 5:30. Then it's 6 o'clock. Yeah. Then it's 7 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Then it's 7:30. And at this point, I'm super frustrated. I can't say nothing. I'm just sitting there. I can't say anything. You know? But I'm super frustrated mentally. You know, I'm tired, but they're just diligent about closing this deal. And nothing towards them. You know, that's their job. They're making their money. I'm mad at myself more than anything. If you just understand that. But yes, I'm kind of frustrated because, you know, I don't make a commission off of this. So, you know, like, I'm not even getting an hourly pay. So I'm not even getting paid for, you know, staying late. You know what I'm saying? I'm only like, I get a bonus, like a training bonus, and it's $500, and that's it. You know, I mean, but I don't know what else I get paid for, but I know that we make strictly commissions. We don't even make an hourly wage, but the commissions are so high that it's good money. You know, it's already good money just from that. And I see it's easy to sell these customers for the most part. You know, I can just see already from day 2, I got it. Yesterday I was completely lost, but today I was more involved, and I'm kind of seeing what's going on now. So I don't think it will take me much time to figure everything out. But so my mom's like freaking out because my mom is really overprotective. And you guys may or may not know, I live with my mom. I'm 28 years old. I have 2 kids. I wish I was living by myself. I wish I had. See, what I'm trying to say is none of this would be happening if I had my own place and my own car. But that's my fault. That's nobody else's fault but mine, right? So, you know, my mom's freaking out because she's just like, you know, when are you getting off of work? Because, like, you know, so I'm like, they're still closing a deal. Like I said, 2 hours later, you know, my mom is pissed, and she's just like, bro. And here's the reason why my mom's pissed. Here's how I've been getting to work. Since I don't have a car, I've had to take the train. My mom drops me off at the train station, and that's what we've been doing ever since I got hired. Now, when I was doing the interview, I had 2 interviews. When I did the 2 interviews, my mom just let me drive her car straight to downtown Dallas. So then she was kind of like, nah, I ain't gonna let you drive my car every day. Understandable. She has 2 cars, and then my grandma has a car she doesn't use, but still, they're not my cars. I can't expect nobody to let me use their car. Like, I can't, you know, so I'm like, that's understandable. So that's why I agreed to take the train, and I took the train. Like, I never rode the train before, but I was so determined with this job. I was just so determined because it's such a cool and amazing job. I love the job. But once again, I should have known that it was gonna come to an end. It wasn't gonna end pretty, I suppose, you know. At least I can stay up late tonight Do I even want, it's so funny because I'm running off of, the only thing I ate today was one chicken wing and a donut. I drank some water. I had Starbucks coffee. So the girls bought me a coffee and a donut, and they let me share their chicken wings because I had one. I didn't even ask for any. They just was like, here, So that, the girl, no shade, nothing to the girls. They were amazing. Not even mad at them, like I said, I'm not mad at them for doing their job and staying 3 hours late. To them, they had the best day ever today. To me, I had the worst day ever today. Unfortunately, it's just the situation sucks. And it's all my fault. Even for asking my mom. So my mom's been taking me to the train station every morning, and she'll pick me up after work. And even then, it's asking for too much because like she works. Now lately she's been, this past week she's been working from home, so it hasn't been, she'll drop me off before she goes to work, pick me up when she's well beyond clocking out. So the job is at 8:30 till 5:30 pretty much, but I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I get home like at 7 o'clock p.m. I'm out, 12 hours. I'm really out for more than 12 hours. You know what I'm saying? And I can't even tell you if the money is good or not because I don't know what kind of money I would have been making, Like all I can tell you is that people are making good money at this job, I'm sad because I'm mad at myself for falling in love with this job, right? I initially started this job, I was just like, whatever. Like, if I didn't even think I was going to get hired. I was like, whatever. If I get the job, cool. If I don't, cool. Like, I'm cool if I don't get the job. Then I started working. And I think today was the day that I officially fell in love. Like, today, Because yesterday I was already just like, wow, this is a cool job. Like, a lot of young people work there. Everybody's dressed in business casual, really nice suits, and girls wearing dresses and heels and all of the night. Love it. Beautiful office. Big floor to ceiling windows. Beautiful view of downtown Dallas. It's in downtown Dallas in general. Just being in downtown Dallas is a dream of mine. I've always either wanted to work in downtown or I always wanted to live in downtown. Either or. So working in downtown is just like such a dream. The building is so beautiful. They have this lunch area where they have restaurants and they have seating area, and it looks like a luxury hotel. It is just so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And even taking the train, I wasn't mad about it. I wasn't mad at it. You see people on drugs and you see some questionable people, but ultimately, even taking the train, I was just like, bet, I was just romanticizing it. I was kind of like, I need to get me a car, but ultimately I was okay with taking the train and everything. And I just fell in love with this job. The people there are so kind and so nice. This is the best job I've ever worked. It's in the office. Like, it's my first big girl job. Listen, I'm used to working at ghetto Walmart. Like, Walmart is like the longest running job I ever had. Even I've worked work from home jobs, and even then I really didn't like it that much. I mean, I'm probably going to end up going back to it now because of this transportation situation, but the work from home jobs that I've had just weren't really, they're call center jobs. Jobs give me such a PTSD, right? Like, I typically have worked really miserable jobs, and I've been working for like 10 years, and I know what it's like to have a really miserable job. I know what it's like to have a crappy job. I know what it's like to quit a job and be relieved, because you don't have to deal with the mess anymore, you know what I'm saying? But I cried with this job. I cried because ultimately I'm just sad about not being able to work here anymore, because I actually loved this job. I finally found a job that I loved. And I can't tell you if the money would have been good for me, but the money is good for a lot of people. I was catching on. I think I would have did well. I don't know. I think this is probably would have been the most money I ever made at a job. But then I have to look at my kids. Right now they're at their dad's house. It's summertime, you know. But what happens when they start school? What happens when the kids are over here for the week? You know, like what happens when you add them to the equation? You know, it's going to be even tougher. And my mom has been going out of her way to drop me off and pick me up, which has been a lot on her, you know. So, I mean, ultimately, that's kind of what it is. Like, I just... You know, you kind of just think about things like, I'm trying to get my life together. That's it. I'm doing all this because I'm trying to get my life together. You know, I'm tired of living with my mom. I'm tired of not having a car. This job was going to help me to get what I needed. All I needed was 2 months. And I know there's other jobs out there, but they're not going to be as great as this job. I'm not saying like, oh, I'll never find a job as good as this job ever again. But what I will say is, obviously right now I wouldn't be able to work a job like, even if I found another job that was similar to this, obviously right now I would not be able to work a job like this. Granted, my situation. I have to get a car first. But my plan is, I get a car, I'm just going to do delivery jobs. Like, I'm just going to do like Uber Eats and stuff like that. Like, that was kind of my plan. Like, once I get a car, like, that's what I'm going to do. Like, I don't know, but I don't know anymore. I don't even know if I'm going to even do that though. And obviously now you guys know the piece of hope that I have is day trading. I would always say, I hope that day trading takes the place of my job. Even though I love my job, I love it here, I hope that I hope and pray every day that day trading, you know, becomes my full-time income. And I've gotten the hang of it so well that I pretty much got it. All I need to do is just grind it out and grow my account. It's taking a long time to grow my account, but it's growing. It's getting there. So once it gets to the point to where I can make like bigger trades, like $100 trades, $200, $300, $500 trades, whatever, then I'm making full-time income. Like if the trades that I'm making today were just simply $500, you know what I'm saying? If I would be making money today. You know what I'm saying? But if you know anything about day trading, you know, you can't make any real money unless you have a lot of money in your trading account. And right now, I don't have a lot of money in my trading account, so I can't make a lot of money. But if I did, theoretically, if I had $10,000 in my trading account right now, I would be making $1,000 a day, guaranteed. Like pretty much, because I've been profitable all week last week. I've been profitable all week this week so far. Like I just would have been making that money, you know? So that's what I'm trying to say is like I'm basically profitable. The only issue is that I need to grow my account, and it's taking a long time to do that when you can only make small trades right now. I only do 1 trade per day. That's the only thing that works for me. Nothing else works for me. So I have my own system that works for me, and I've been sticking with day trading for like 1.5 years, and that's kind of the light at the tunnel for me. This is now I'm gonna be really hyper focused on day trading again. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really, if you want to know what my real dream job is, it's day trading. You know, just being a profitable day trader, making a lot of money, Even if I made like $5,000 a month, that's a dream job to me, because then I have the freedom of time. I would have the money to buy a car. Then I'd have the money to buy an apartment. I can make as much money as technically as I want. If the skill is there, you know, I wouldn't have to worry too much. I definitely would quit this job, you know, happily. And that was kind of the plan. The plan was work this job until my account is grown to a point to where I can, you know, gracefully say goodbye and just be living my life making full-time income as a day trader. You want to just upgrade and elevate, right? Now I do have a second job. I have a second job where me and my mom work part-time on the weekends, and it's really not even every weekend. I see you just have to sign up for whenever they're having an event. We just got hired, so we haven't even started training yet, but training is tomorrow, so we will be going to that. So I still have something, and I do have an interview for another job, a work from home job. I still have other interviews and follow-up stuff that I can follow back up on, and not even only that, I can still apply to more jobs. There were more jobs that I could have applied to. I just stopped at like, I think I applied to 12 of them, and I've heard back from like 10 of them. Like, I've heard back from almost every job I applied to, so I'm really not actually really concerned about finding another full-time job, you know, because I really do feel it's just the fact that it's most likely going to have to be a work from home job, because even if I have a job working somewhere, it still would be, even if I had a job working down the street, if it's not walkable, basically, someone's going to have to take me to work and pick me up. And that's going to be an issue. That's going to be a conflict. So work from home jobs are pretty much the only option for me right now. And thankfully, that is an option. And you guys may or may not know, but that's literally what I just was doing. Just going back to the way my life was. I've been working from home this whole time. I've just been doing freelance work, but I think I'm going to actually work for a company again. I've worked for a company before, but I think I'm going to just go back and work for a company again, you know, and continue to do my freelance stuff on the side as well, you know, but that's literally like what I was already doing. So I'm not, me talking about this is making me feel better because I didn't have anyone else to talk to. I wanted to talk to my friend and they're not available. I never asked to talk to anybody, and the one time I do want to talk to somebody, they're not available. So I see this is the same friend I've complained about before in the past, and I'm wondering to myself if I should cut this person off, to be honest with you, because whatever. I'm just not gonna go there right now. That's for another video. But I'm just really lonely. I think I'm hanging on to this person because I'm lonely. You know, if I don't have this person, I don't have anybody. Like, nobody. I don't have any friends. Like, it's hard for me to make friends. I try to be nice to people. I try to be friendly to people, and people just don't want to, you know, build relationships with me and stuff. It's just not the season. I know that I'm not probably trying hard enough. I could get involved in things and things like that, but I'm a mom. I have kids. I'm trying to work. I'm trying to get my life together, you know. So there's just so much to say, but this is like therapy for me. This is why I at least feel like I have this, and I at least feel like I can, and I'd like to look back on this moment and look at this vlog. I'm not saying I'm just gonna look at it, but I'm just saying, like, look at just the video and just be like, I was in a bad place at that point, but it gets better. And I hope that the it gets better part is, yeah, you were able to be a full-time day trader after all. Like, I don't want to jinx myself. God, I don't. God, if you're listening, you know about what I pray for every day. Please, I need this. I've been studying this skill. I've been perfecting my skill. Please, God, help me become a profitable day trader this year. This year? I'm not asking for much. Just help me to at least make full-time income this year so I can be independent, so I can get out of my toxic household and my strict mom. And I know my mom's strict for a reason, and there's nothing towards her, you know, but, and you know, I'm probably also just feeling some type of way because I have not been properly eating. I was like, I'm gonna lose a lot. If there's anything positive about this job, which on top of everything, all the other, I'm like, I'm gonna lose weight. I walk to and from work from the train station. I walk 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. It's a 10, 15 minute walk. It depends on how fast I walk, but it's about a 10 to 15 minute walk. I'm walking every day and then walking back. That's enough. So I'm walking 20 minutes a day, every day. I'm getting my steps back in, you know, and I'm barely eating. Like I said, the only thing I ate today, it's nighttime. Only thing I ate today was one chicken wing and a donut and a coffee and some water. I'm running off of fumes, but I'm not even hungry because I'm just really like emotional and like just upset and stuff. And I just feeling tense and things like, so I'm not even hungry, but I'm gonna look back on this and be like, damn, like I wish I could do that. Because usually I'm like just hungry. I just have a huge appetite and I'm just have a weight issue basically. So I don't want to talk about it, but I'll be okay. I'll get over it. I gotta stop this video. Everybody has been wonderful. I love my managers. I love my coworkers. I wish that I could have stayed. I wish that it didn't have to end this way. But this is how it ended, and yeah, so I'm gonna cry myself to sleep now. I'm just kidding. I've never felt this way before, actually. I think that's why it's really difficult for me to overcome this, because I usually think about something and I'm like, we've gotten through this, so we can get through this. Like, the only thing I can think of that will make me feel better is the day trading thing, because other than that, I just feel horrible. Like, and I'm trying not to think about the job. My managers still haven't texted me back, and it's been like an hour. It's not going to be a pretty situation, but once again, what can I even do? The only thing is, if they be like, oh, well, we have a company that a company card, and we can put an Uber, we can send an Uber out for you or something. I don't know. Nah, but I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I don't know. But that's the story. That's that. And I'll see you guys in my next vlog. See what happens next. So hey guys, it's me again, bald-headed. Took the wig off and did not feel like putting it back on. So we've got the braids. Okay. So all I was gonna say is I did a trade today and I had a problem with that. I did a trade today and I had a profitable day. And let me just tell you something. I needed that today. I needed that. You just don't know. Thank you, Jesus, for that. Thank you, God. Thank you. Because Lord knows I needed that. I can sleep happy. That's it. Because I thought I was going to lose. Like, the trade was about to lose, but in the last 2 seconds, it just went completely a different direction. So at first I was like, but in like The last 2 seconds, it went the opposite direction, just like real quick. And I'm just like, you are actually kidding me though. Like, you're actually kidding me. What? I was like low-key meant to lose that trade today, but like out of nowhere, I got it. So, okay. Appreciate it. But that's it. All right, bye. And yes, I'm going to focus on the positive. I'm not going to sit here and think about that job at all. I'm just going to pretend it never existed. That's the best that I can do to feel okay, or else I'm going to cry myself to sleep. So I'm going to pretend this job never existed. This never happened, right? And I'm just going to focus on day trading. That makes me happy, period. That's what I'm going to focus on.